Vasa, go ahead.
Jimmy, how did today go? Did you check the boxes that you needed to?
Yeah, it went well. Pretty standard live BP, all good. So come in tomorrow, assuming I'm going to bounce back well tomorrow, feel good, and let's go from there.
If you bounce back well tomorrow, what does that mean? Does that mean you get activated for the next road trip?
I hope so. We'll just have to see, I guess.
Hey, Jimmy, what's the biggest thing you've learned coming out of the bullpen? And is it a little bit different not having the luxury of easing into a game like you would as a starter and coming into situations where, you have to throw strikes right away?
Yeah, I mean, you have to do that as a starter as well. So kind of not making it something bigger than what it is probably the biggest thing. It's the same game. Your objective is the same. It's just a little different the way you warm up and come into the game. So I feel like routine-wise and things I've been able to do to adjust have gotten better as time has gone on, and I feel in a pretty good place with all my preparation coming out of the pen.
Thanks.
Next question is from Juan Toribio. Go ahead.
Hey, Jimmy, I guess going back to when you got hurt, what was it that you kind of felt, and when did you feel that?
It was just like forearm, elbow, just kind of getting a little sore, and it was something that was just kind of increasing as I was throwing more. So we just kind of shut it down from there, addressed the issue, and I feel like between the treatment and just the approach back into things as far as throwing and mound work and then the live BP today has all gone very well. That was one of the main reasons I came back here was this medical staff and strength staff, and knowing that they do a great job of helping me stay on the field. And if little stuff like this popped up, that they would be, very quick to be able to address, treat and make any fixes, whether it's mechanical or anything like that.
And David Price was talking about kind of the relationship you guys have. How did that kind of come about? How did you guys kind of hit it off so well?
Yeah, dude, DP's awesome, man. He's one of those guys that's just a huge presence in that clubhouse. Awesome guy to have on the team. And it was just one of those things coming into spring training. We paired up as throwing partners, and we were both been starters, obviously him at a much larger scale for longer. And we both missed 2020. So I think that there was a mutual respect there between both of us, understanding that we were both going to go through some adjustments as time went on. And it's been fun to watch his progress in that. And so it's kind of, us challenging each other, but also pulling for each other a lot as well. And it's just been great to have him in the pen and in the clubhouse, and just as a good friend and just somebody to look up to and try to mimic.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Next question is from Fabiana Ardaya. Go ahead.
Hey, Jimmy. One of the things that David was joking about with us one of the times we talked to him was about when he was catching you while you're playing catch, you're really tough to catch because your stuff moves so much. How good have you felt about how the stuff has sort of come out of your hand this year?
Yeah, that's a big compliment coming from a guy that's been around so long and played catch with a lot of people. So that's I know it's not fun for him sometimes, but we've made the adjustments too. It's gotten a lot better. Probably I gotta say it's much improved, but it's good to know, and that's one of the things, like I've said from day one, this organization has done a great job of is helping me realize how my stuff plays and kind of where it stands among the league overall, whether it's the breaking stuff or the fastball, and so just knowing your stuff and how to use it just sets you up for success. And so I'm just looking to get healthy, stay healthy, and continue.
What's the biggest challenge for you trying to find who you are now after some of the layoffs and some of the injuries that you've dealt with? Is it sort of stuff? Is it the feel? Is it command? What's the toughest part of that?
It's not stuff. I mean, the stuff is still there. Like my stuff today was good and very happy with where it was at. I think there's a little bit of adjustments that I've made over the last this DL stint, trying to get, maybe my four seam fastball has kind of crept up a little bit arm slot wise. Even in spring training, it was pretty high compared to the off speed stuff. So trying to match that fastball release point and arm slot with the off speed stuff, so it's all coming out the same window. And we try to do it. I tried to do it in spring training, and it wasn't successful during bullpens there. So kind of put it on the back burner. But with a little bit of time here, it's something that I've been focusing on and throwing programs last multiple days, and then my live BP today. And it feels much healthier. It feels much better throwing with the fastball a little bit lower matched up with the off-speed stuff. And it also should help the off-speed stuff play better because now everything's coming out of the same window.
Is that something that you guys have noticed on video, or is that something that they've pointed out in the data?
Both. And it was kind of like that coming into spring. And, it can be kind of tough to make a big change like that in spring when you're just trying to get results. And obviously I was trying to make the team in spring and do everything I could. So, if you try something new and, anytime you try something new, it's going to take some time to get used to it till it kind of settles in and starts clicking. And the more you do it, the cleaner it gets and the more consistent it gets with reps. So it's something that's felt good and been pretty good here the last 4 days. But in spring, I just didn't have that time to, really try to hammer it. I was just trying to get results.
Thank you.
We got one final question from Rowan Kavner. Go ahead.
Hey, Jimmy, I know you were asked about, David Price. He had mentioned that you're a guy that kind of makes him laugh and you're able to sort of lighten the mood. How cognizant are you of kind of just being that way around your teammates? And would you say you've always had that sort of ability?
Yeah, I mean, that's something that helps me kind of stay humble, helps me forget about the bad days. I know there was plenty of days in the past where I wasn't a great teammate because I was either pouting or I was pissed off or sad or something through injuries and rehab or, not feeling great. And looking back on it, I wish that I didn't let that affect me so much. So, whether I'm having a great day or a terrible day, result-wise, physically, or just something not even here at the field, I just try to keep things light and be happy and joke around. Because to me, that's the hardest challenge in this game is, being the same guy every day. And that's one of the things that I really look up to DP for is he's the same guy every day, no matter what he's doing. And that consistency is one of the reasons he's been in this game for so long. So, just trying to be the same guy, keep things light. I mean, this is an unbelievably tough game, and it's very easy to get sucked into some negativity. So just trying to keep things light and positive. I know it can be annoying sometimes, but sometimes I get lucky and trip across something funny.